All right, let's get to talking about this conflict at the tavern. Yeah, we're absolutely been shitting on Jelly Rolston for the past a couple of weeks now, and yeah, we have our foot on the throat of the opposition, and yeah, we just got to twist a foot, break the neck. That's what I did today. I showed everyone that I am a top tier edge lord, and people couldn't accept that, and that's their problem. But this stream isn't necessarily about all that drama. We're going to talk about Justice Huni versus your boys Fabio Wardley. I believe that Huni will outslick and destroy um, Fabio Wardley in very devastating fashion. Of course, we have some things coming up. If people have a problem with this stream, they can always just go and hang out with the butt pluggers over there. In my opinion, yeah. Or you wanted to bring things up about him, about Nick the Siren. And, I honestly don't have a problem with people bringing things up about TY. It's when you pretend that you weren't part of that clique when I know you were, and I know what you were doing. You're nothing but a pass around hoe um, for TY and his people. And you sat there, you listened to him as if he was giving you some type of advice or something. And yeah, what is there much to say about that matter? I'm on here talking about Justice Huni, what he can do, how he can have success. I don't care about those clowns. You want to talk about Jelly Rolston. I'm here to talk about Justice Huni. Justice Huni will destroy Fabio Wardley. And I don't like that rabbit punching idiot. You know? If anybody wants to come up here and get it, I'll drop the StreamYard link and we can get it. We can get it, bro. This is an open challenge to see if there's anybody who's willing to come up here in the same arena as I am and see if they can, if not argue with the greatest of all time, have a decent dialogue with the greatest of all time. All right, drop the StreamYard right there, and we will commence. Exactly. Okay. All right, just gotta let's start comment, and there we go. Everything is up and going now. We don't have to worry about all that drama going on at the tavern because this is my arena of expertise. I go over there, I outclass them. Uh, I expected more out of Carl, to be honest with you. He seems like, in my opinion, I had him ranked number one key holder at the tavern, but now to see that they have taken such a strong stand to that horrible doxer, Jelly Rolston, and now it is my obligation to rid the YTBC of the cancer known as Jelly Rolston. She may know what state I am in, but she will never know who the greatest of all time is. She doesn't know what my first name is. She never will know what my first name is. She's an idiot. And I like to see anyone who even knows slightly a bit about, because I'm official, I'm bona fide. And you come after me, I promise you, it will not end very well for you. That's what type of person I am. So if you want it, come and get it. Because I'm all about the war. I'm all about bringing the power. I'm all about out slicking in every aspect of life. If you want to come and get it, I'll be here waiting for you. So let's see. We got some notifications coming in on the top section. We're going to see. All right, we have some notifications coming in. I wonder who's behind these notifications. Absolute diabolical. We're going to see. We're going to see. We have the clown show going on over there at the tavern right now. People cucking for. I didn't expect it to be anything serious because I didn't have that much of a stream last night, to be honest with you. Other than bringing up Sam Noakes and of course having LT on, and of course Kane. Shout out to LT and Kane's. All right. We also have a specific thing going on with tavern. We're sitting back waiting. We're gonna crap on these clowns, and we don't get we make plenty of financial gains on the outside of all this YouTube. So we don't really worry about what's the word for it, playing music on this channel because we don't sit here trying to monetize. To be honest with you, yeah, the only way that you end up with any copyright strikes on YouTube is if you're getting like paid on YouTube. So if you're not getting paid on YouTube, you can play whatever the hell you want. To be honest, and my channel is invincible. There's nothing you can do about my channel. I have the slickest feet. I have the best head movement. I have the best upper body movement. When Carl used his keys to, like, he put me backstage, and I was like, what the hell, Carl? I expected a lot more from Carl, to be honest. I considered Carl a friend too. That really is very hurtful right there, that he would defend such an idiot in Jelly Rolston. I came on there to talk about Justice Huni. I'm real hyped about Justice Huni today. Hopping on the panel will give Jelly Rolston a hard time. Which is the funnest, funnest thing to get up there on the tavern and do now, because people hardly keep the tavern up for boxing. It's turning. Like I promise anyone that could be listening on this, the tavern just gonna become another Phantom Zone. To be honest with you, with all these crazy bitches that they're bringing in on their panels, and I don't care if you love women or not. Let's keep it on topic. You're changing the demographic here for the worst, and I'm very disappointed in Carl. I'm absolutely, absolutely baffled with how much out of control this has got. And now it is my obligation to destroy these clowns. It is my obligation to destroy the tavern now. I'm putting forth my terms right now. Cease or desist. All traitors will be hanged. And yeah, let's see what the comment section says. Salute to you, Bruce Cash. We're at war with the tavern right now. Welcome to my island. You know what I mean? I'm clearing out Jelly Rolston, and she got offended. All them guys up, Carl got offended when I said that Jelly Rolston was a pass around hole for Nicholas Siren. And yeah, she hopped off the panel real quick, and I established why I'm the greatest of all time when it comes to this stuff. So you can't talk shit to me and think you're gonna get over on me. I'm a very humble individual, but once you flip that switch, it's time to party. It's not my problem that they're over there butthurt, and they're probably seeing me as a TY sympathizer, which I hate TY for being a freaking chomo. However, I don't enjoy her going around doxing people and going around and taking down people's YouTube channels. You know what I mean? You took down one of the best overnight streams known to man, and I only go for boxing, just like Bruce Gass says. You take down a boxing channel that goes on overnight once or twice a week. guys have, and guys like Rick Glacier on there and stuff. You don't see anybody up here who has Rick Glacier on. We don't see that. And now, as a result of Jelly Roasting's antics, she's gone up and taking these channels down. She's putting a damage on the YTBC. And to see key holders at the tavern to basically invite this Jerry Springer, Maury Povich kind of drama that you'd see over there at the Phantom Zone. Um, you know, I just rather keep it boxing. So let's talk about Justice Huni beating the hell out of Fabio Wardley today. Oh, we're only about an hour or two away from the card starting. Of course, the fight being in Wardley's hometown of Ipswich, England. We have to look at the big picture here. Wardley has not been in there with anyone as savage as Justice Huni. When I was going up there on the tavern this morning, I was gonna bring up Justice Huni, but instead this jelly drama wanted to commence. So I want to talk about it here. Justice Huni is a very accurate, precise fighter. Yeah, you may think Huni is a replacement for Miller, but Huni doesn't have big time promoters behind him and all that shit. He's the type of guy that you bring in and flip over the apple cart and throw it down the ding. Yeah, I think you need to watch more of his fights. JPH is perhaps the biggest threat that Fabio Wardley has ever faced, and you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it in devastating fashion too. I believe Wardley's chin is gonna get checked. I believe that Wardley is gonna rely on the rabbit punch to set up his assault. He is. I'm not saying that he doesn't throw other punches decently, but he basically sets up his assault after rabbit punching you throughout the fight, chipping at you like a ballista hitting darn walls in ancient warfare. So I see Justice Huni just absolutely embarrassing Fabio Wardley in front of his hometown of Ipswich, England. You know, we've seen it happen to fighters before when they shit the bed in their hometowns. We saw it with Teofimo Lopez when he lost to George Kambosos. We saw it with. Yeah, so you really riding with Wardley like that, okay? So you lean with Wardley, but the only thing Wardley has is a rabbit punch and a dick punch. To be honest with you, he doesn't have a real reason to throw those punches. He just starts shit. You know, Honey is the type of fighter you don't want to start shit with. He's gonna break your jaw, he's gonna break your face, and he's gonna knock you out. And Wardley's gonna be in for a rude awakening. He's gonna get knocked through the ropes. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, Honey's not gonna take his shit. JPH is gonna display a wonderful attack on Fabio Wardley. He's gonna rely on his straights. He's gonna rely on his jab. He's gonna rely on his footwork. He's a very well schooled mobile fighter. Uh, Most definitely throws the hard punches. I don't see anything that Wardley can do to knock Huni off of his rhythm, to be honest with you. Um, the only thing I see here is the fight being in Wardley's hometown. That Wardley's probably going to think that he can rabbit punch at will, that he can low blow at will, And I think that's going to be the beginning of his demise because I have news for you. Huni's been preparing for such assaults. And we will definitely be watching closely. Huni's going to break this guy's face in front of his hometown. And it's going to be a beautiful day of boxing. You know, it's going to be a good day to shit all over the tavern. To be honest with you. Yeah, but well, Wardley's best win is over David Adelaide, right? And he was nothing special either. Let's just be honest with you. Lorena is actually an experienced fighter. What is Wardley fought? Hmm? David Adelaide. That's about it. Oh, I'm not saying it's not a good even fight. I'm saying it's going to be a good fight. But I think Wardley is being overhyped, severely overhyped, and when he's going to beat his ass. You know what I mean? I just think, or I just know, in my heart of hearts, that's what's going to happen here. I'm not trying to say it's not going to be a good fight at all. Exactly. I believe that this fight is another way to get up the ladder, as it were to. Oh, I'm a religious man, Bruce. You should already know this. I've been away from gambling for a long time. I was a very successful gambler, and I ended up winning $10,000 US in the Andy Ruiz fight against Anthony Joshua back in 2019, which is ironically around. Well, that anniversary just passed not too many days ago. Yeah, yeah, it's a good crossroads fight. You know what I mean? It's a good crossroads fight. You know who can climb that ladder further. I don't think the loser of this match today is is one and done. You know what I mean? I think whoever loses this match will try to find a way to get back in the limelight. You know what I mean? We'll see. We will see. But I have JPH taking care of business in Ipswich. Yeah, exactly. But I don't think I don't see how if this is a war, it's going to be promotable. Like if somebody gets absolutely obliterated, I'd agree with you, Bruce. Be honest with you. Like if either Huni or Worley gets knocked out in this fight, the that would probably be the end of their opportunity. They would probably go back to fighting for regional belts and all this other stuff. This is becoming more of who can get up the ladder kind of fight. We'll see who's going to be. But I have Justice Huni pulling shitting on the apple cart in Ipswich. Yeah, we're going to see also a good UFC card tonight. And we're looking forward to all that. So we are going to hit the outro. We are just trying to drop a quick little stream here and a good and quick little snippet of content before all the fights coming on today. And hard Mahadef. This is Shriman Virabhadra signing out.
चमके सितारे देखो हमारे शत्रु तो सारे हारे जय हो। हम वो सिपाही जो है सदा ही रूप शिवा का धारे जय हो। हे आज अंधेरे छटे हैं कम हुए हैं घटे हैं कल जो दुश्मन यहाँ थे आज पीछे हटे हैं। गाती ये धरती है गाता ये अंबर है गाती है सारी हवा। तेरे मन में शिवा मेरे मन में शिवा सांसों में शिवा प्राणों में शिवा हर घड़ी में शिवा हर दिशा में शिवा आज गूंजा हुआ है जय जय शिवा। तेरे मन में शिवा मेरे मन में शिवा सांसों में शिवा प्राणों में शिवा हर घड़ी में शिवा हर दिशा में शिवा आज गूंजा हुआ है जय जय शिवा। तेरे मन में शिवा।
मराठी मातीचा छत्रपती सह्याद्रीचा आठवे शिवाजी राजा आज गा वंदितो तुम्हा शिवराया राहू दे कृपेची छाया आठवे शिवाजी राजा आज गा।
सारी दीवारें भी सारी तलवारें भी तुमने दुश्मन की अब तोड़ दी है। आई थी आंधियां जिस दिशा से यहाँ उस दिशा मोड़ती है।
पार उतरना ही था ये तो करना ही था ये तो होना ही था सुन ले भाऊ। उनको जाना ही था हमको आना ही था ये तो होना था भाऊ।
हाँ देश भी आज अपना है देश पे राज अपना है अपना ही तो सिंहासन है और जो है ताज अपना है। हिम्मत की अग्नि में लोहा पिघलता है विश्वास हमको हुआ। तेरे मन में शिवा
मेरे मन में शिवा
सांसों में शिवा
प्राणों में शिवा
हर घड़ी में शिवा
हर दिशा में शिवा
आज गूंजा हुआ है जय जय शिवा। तेरे मन में शिवा मेरे मन में शिवा सांसों में शिवा प्राणों में शिवा हर घड़ी में शिवा हर दिशा में शिवा आज गूंजा हुआ है जय जय शिवा। तेरे मन में शिवा।
All right, we are going to commence the attack on the tavern, and this is Sriman Virabhaja signing out.